Yes, sir. Welcome to episode 123 of Barz and Shotz, the podcast. You got myself, Flaw 700, and you got Jarrell. What's going on, man?
We're shaking, bro.
Episode 123.
Yep.
Them
I knew
boys.
somebody. It was going to be one of us that was going to do a pun about that shit because I thought about it when I was doing the image.
You like 1, 2 there. You can't never go. You can never skip the opportunity to make fun of the 1, 2, 3 number, order of the number, because it is what it is. One of the first few things you learn ever in life.
Word.
1, 2, 3.
Exactly.
It's funny how the simplest shit will always just stick with you. It's that other shit they teach you that you be like, huh? I haven't read that and I haven't studied this in so long. But
Like geometry.
Yeah.
Anything math related.
Yeah, but the basics stay with you. The basics stay with you. The shit that you actually need in life. I just think they just put grades on in school just so teachers can have a job or some shit, so systems can work. Because we don't really be needing all that shit. We can just keep beating it in your head on some shit that you might need. And if you want to take special courses that require you to know that information, then you can take it. A lot of shit we took in school, nigga don't use today. Probably won't never use. Now, if you do want to go and be, let's say like a real estate agent or a firefighter, I took a firefighter test a few years ago.
Word?
And it had algebra on it. Like, what?
Yeah, I actually have two of my boys are firefighters. They're younger than me, so I was actually shocked when they said they wanted to do it because they was in their like early 20s when they started. They said, yeah, that test is hard as hell, man. Like it's not easy.
Shout out to, I know a few people in there as well. And when it was brought to my attention when I was mad young, I laughed. I said, what the fuck is that?
What?
Firefighter. You want to be a firefighter?
You didn't know what a firefighter was?
No, I knew what it was, but who has that conversation? This was when, you didn't see him in the neighborhood. Like being a firefighter wasn't one of the things you would talk about.
I see what you mean. I guess it depends on where you from. Remember, I'm from New York, so firefighters. I see them when I was as soon as I came out.
Like, yeah. For me, man, it was just like I never seen none of them that kind of resemble me, so I never had a thought of being a firefighter. Then a bunch of guys in the community started doing it, and it was the opportunity presented myself. I passed it, but I was using a fake address to get into the selected area that I wanted to get into.
Okay.
Because all them other areas was, first off, it's racism in every fire department.
That's true.
Most every fire department. But then there's some areas where you're just not going to hide it. Like we come in with the pointed hats on.
Yeah, I got you.
With the sheets. But then there's some that's more your community. So I wanted, and they usually send out a letter. What they do is they send out a letter stating that, hey, if you still want to be a firefighter, reply to this letter. Well, by the time I found out that letter was sent to the address I was using.
Oh, okay, I got
you. Yeah, because you got to reply in a certain amount of time. And by the time I replied, I think it was too late, but that's cool. What up, my niggas?
Yeah, shout out to Roland and Dre in the chat.
Oh, did you chop up my you know what? I got it after the show. I'm going to tune in after the show. I'm going to tune in. I'm going to check that podcast out, bro. Nigga be busy, man. Nigga run like 3-4 businesses and.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, man.
Talk your shit, man.
I do that, man. Nigga, like I can't escape that trainer lifestyle. I got
so you still doing that?
Yeah, man.
Because I see you in the gym with the pics, but I didn't know if you was actually training other people.
But that's different. Because yesterday I signed up for Planet Fitness. I was like, fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people be running into me wanting to know if I train. So one day this week, I think it was either Monday, I had multiple people come up to me and say, hey, do you train? I said, fuck it. I do now. What's up? I ain't say I do now. I'm like, yeah, I do. In my head, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Stop running from that smoke, man. Like, you can't help who you are. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was like, fuck it. I went and signed up for Planet Fitness for shits just in case I needed it to take somebody somewhere, and it come with the free members, the free bring somebody with you joint. So when I
Hmm.
go, I can take somebody with me. So we always have somewhere to go, if not outside. Make a long
Gotcha.
story short, after I worked out with my man Mike on Tuesday, I went to Planet Fitness and I worked with the young lady that day. So yeah, man. But I got you though, Dre Day. I got you tonight. I'm gonna put it on after I edit the Bars and Shots podcast though. Uh, yeah, so you see the dynamic duo in the building. We're supposed to be DJ Big J joining us sometime. And the Great One will not be joining us. Sorry for those that tuned in for the Great One's hot takes.
It's a good reason why he not here though.
Yeah,
He's
he's
wedding related.
yeah, his wedding related. Was it food tastings?
Yeah, yeah. I ain't want to put all his business out there. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say it's wedding related.
I mean, if you've been there, you know it's part of the gig.
Yeah,
That's
that's true.
one of them things. That's one of them things. Whether you whether how you have it. If this is all men listening to this podcast, which I doubt it, we have a lot of women listeners.
Hmm.
Uh, that's part of the gig, and you have to go. You have to go. There's no nah, babe, you go test. No, we're going together. With that being said, this question is going to hold a lot of weight for this episode. How's your mental health?
Mine is actually great, man. I actually took a mental health day today from work. Like I didn't go to work today. I didn't
Mm,
do nothing today. Like I was playing video games with my daughter and chilling with my son all day.
yeah,
That's all I did.
that's what's up.
Felt great.
And
Sometimes you gotta do that, man. We got PTO for a reason.
yeah, sometimes you do have to do that. A short story about me. I quit my job in March, I believe, one of them early months.
Hmm.
Boom. Because mentally I couldn't take it. Couldn't take it. It was mentally messing with me. Yeah, I was trying to do multiple things at one time, work for the man and work for myself, raise kids and I mean just I was balancing a lot. One of them things had to go. Wasn't me, wasn't the kids. So I had to get rid of one of the things that was challenging for me. And
Hmm.
it's funny that in 2021 and even before this, but leading up to this, is we're having a lot of conversations about our mental health at a and when I remember there's a time when we did not. This was not even an option to have.
Right.
So with that being said, man, the sports world has been set up ablaze because uh Simone Biles. I said it right.
Right.
I said it right, right? Okay.
Yes. 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 Yes.
I'm known to mess up a name or two.
Yeah, you good
Right.
with that one.
Yeah, I don't mean no disrespect at all. Nobody's never got my name right. Tomato, tomato. Don't take it personal.
That is true. I've been called Gerald plenty of times, and so have you.
Yeah. Gerald, like,
Gerald.
you're close, buddy. What do you want?
Right.
So Simone Biles withdraws from the Olympic events for mental health precautions. Uh to be determined whether she joins for the tail end of the Olympics is up to her. It's depending on how she feels.
No,
Now,
she actually it was actually a report today that came out today that she's out. Like she took because it was supposed to start today the individuals.
yeah.
So she's out for good. She's done.
Yeah, because I thought she okay. Because I just read something not too long ago as well that yeah she's out of the next event as well. But then there's events after that. No,
Mm-mm, that's it.
okay,
That was the team medal that she didn't finish. But today is when the individual championship start. So
and
if she didn't start today, that it's over. Like so.
she this probably be this is it's actually probably over right. Like her career Olympic career probably is over after this right.
I wouldn't say that. It all depends. She's so nasty, man. She probably would be able to. She in 4 more years, she probably will still be at least one of the best in the world. She might not be the best because athleticism. That's how it is. But yeah, she if she wants to do it, she'd probably be able to do it. She's not that old.
And probably be in a better headspace, which is the most important
Right.
thing. As the U.S., the United States, like right, we pride ourselves on being different from everyone else. But yet, when it comes to sports, when it comes to anything in general, actually, we're no different from the rest when it comes to the pressure of winning those gold medals representing for our country. Like we like painting that picture of other countries uh disciplining their wrestlers. You know how when Drago didn't want to lose to Rocky
Right,
because the
right, right,
old,
right, right.
old like shit
Right.
like that.
They thought
They'll
when he
be,
went back, he was about to get caned or something.
yeah, they made it seem like if Rocky went home, he wasn't a bump. You get what I'm saying?
Well. There has been reports, especially when it comes to soccer. I think soccer is the most dangerous, man. Like I've heard stories, players like family getting kidnapped and shit like that. People dying over soccer games, yo. It's just not that. It's just not that bad over here.
Yeah,
But soccer is the most popular sport in the world. That it is nuts in some other places.
yeah, and that's a shame of how because we're going to connect all of this on how people look at athletes.
Right.
We're superhumans. My happiness, my joy, my everything that you can name of in a positive light rests on my team winning. I was never that guy. Like you've known me for a long time. My team done went to Super Bowls and won. My team done went to the final. I don't really talk much. I don't care,
Right.
honestly. I
Right.
don't
Right.
care.
Right. Right.
I
Exactly.
know whether they win or they lose. Cool. I got
Exactly.
other stuff to do. I've never really rested my head on. Woo, we won.
Right.
Never one of those guys. Listen. I'm one of those sports fans where I just realized I don't have a jersey of my team. I need to buy me one. I'm a dedicated. Like I love my
I got
team.
one.
Yeah,
I think.
I love my team. I do. But what I'm saying to you is whether they want to lose or not does not rest on my mental health. We
Right.
can't say the same for fans because a lot of people, I won't even call them fans, but some people are giving Simone Biles a hard time. And that hard time is comparing Miss Biles to a lot of other athletes that came before her that played through tremendous pain. I can't remember the young lady's name. I don't. But what's the young lady name that was in the Olympics and she did a million flips on that one leg? I don't remember her leg. I don't remember her name.
Oh,
Forgot her
you
name.
talk about Carrie Shrug.
Sounds accurate. I'll take your word for
Yeah.
it. I'll take your word
She
for
had a bad ankle. She didn't do a million flips. She did a vault on a bad ankle, nigga. She did a million flips
it.
on one leg, bitch.
I mean, and you let America tell it that's the
Right.
American way.
If you look at that, if you look at the film again, she wouldn't have did that in 2021. You should have saw the look on her face. She didn't want to do it. They almost basically not made her do it, but they basically talked her into it. And after that jump, yeah, she landed it and she was heroic and everything, but that was her last jump. She had to retire after that, and she retired young.
Yeah.
Like she quit gymnastics after that. Nobody talk about that part.
Right. And that part that you just mentioned was she didn't have a choice in the matter. Like she
Right.
felt she didn't have a choice in the matter. We come from nasty times. We come from times where, especially women who don't have a voice when it comes down to these situations like this. When you don't know that you have a choice. I just want to venture on back to the mental health situation that you and I spoke on. You took a day for a few reasons because for one, you wanted to. Number two, you needed to. And number three, you knew it was available. Could be more points. But I'm just saying we're still coming from an era where, number one, they didn't know they had choices.
Right.
They didn't know they could take a mental health leave of absence. You get what I'm saying? Like these people really didn't know that they had that opportunity. I was watching the Michael Jordan doc because it's not the Chicago Bulls doc, it's the Michael Jordan doc. Let's keep it up. Scottie Pippen would
Yes,
not be Scottie Pippen would not be coming out with this tell-all book if he thought
Right.
that doc was a Bulls doc. It is a Jordan doc. And they showed the clip where Jordan he put on his old classic shoes, right? And in the game, he said his feet was bleeding. But that's how they played, that hard-ass Boston court and all of that, right?
Right.
But that's how they played. Fast forward, if he had the opportunity to wear them shoes today, he wouldn't wear them. Hence, he got options now. Hence, things are enhanced now.
Players didn't have the power to talk back or not do stuff.
That's a fact.
We do now. Simone Biles was able to do that because she's the best in the world at what she does.
You want to know what players also did back in the day? A lot of drugs. A lot of drugs. I say all that to say these athletes today are in a better mental state of mind than the athletes of yesterday. They're healthy. They're
Hmm.
walking. They're retiring on their own.
Hmm.
Maybe some football players, maybe some, but a lot of them ain't walking off the court, ain't walking off that field with limping. They're
Right.
retiring on their own. How many football players now, Jerome? You might notice how many football players retire fifth season into their career, fourth season.
Oh,
God,
it's a
it's
lot. Matter of
ain't-
fact, it's actually going on now. Like within the last few years,
That's what I'm
like
saying.
people
Yeah,
in their early 20s have been dropping off.
yeah. Like you know what? This ain't for me no more. I don't want to do
Right.
this
Because
because
they have options.
they have options. Like you know
Right.
what? Do I want to bang, 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 bang every day? Can't get up. Can't walk without shooting something in my ass.
Right.
Can't do nothing.
I
Just
remember when Calvin Johnson, remember Calvin Johnson, Megatron?
yeah,
Calvin Johnson quit because they wouldn't allow him to smoke weed, for one, because he uses that for pain.
yeah,
Because he excuse me, he didn't want to get hooked on pills.
right. I'm the same way, right? I told myself what I would never do is allow myself to get so stressed that I need alcohol to cope because that's the era that we come from, or drugs to cope. Where you going through all of these weird, wild shit in your life, whether it's the job, whether it's your life, whether it was whatever, you come home just to grab the whiskey. You come home, are you there?
Yeah, yeah, I'm good.
My fault. You come home just to grab the whiskey. You come home just to grab a bottle and abuse it because your life sucks. No, we don't do that today. If we do have a drink, it's because we want to. Once
Right.
again, keyword is we keep saying because we want to. Bro, we grew up around people who smelled like peanuts. You know how a guy was so drunk he just smelled like peanuts and shit?
Yeah.
Because he
Yes, I do know what you're talking about.
that nasty ass smell,
Right.
like it's just coming through your pores, fam.
Right.
Like you didn't even go home from work yet. You went straight to the bar and got plastered because you're not happy with your life.
Especially hot in the summertime. Ah,
Ah,
yeah, you can we call them winos. You can smell a wino as soon as you walk in the door.
nigga smell just like peanuts and shit. And then who wants
Actually,
you home?
like a sweat. You know what I'm saying? Like just sweat and just nasty.
Yeah, so Simone Biles, and to connect, um, because I was on this type of time before the Simone Biles situation happened. So when she said, "Listen, I'm leaving for mental health issues," right?
Right.
I didn't. Okay, cool. Because I was watching how they was treating the basketball team. Like we ain't talk about them how they lost, right?
Right.
I didn't care. We could have talked about them, but bro, I don't care that they lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you teach the world how to play basketball and then get mad when teams are competitive? Luka's
Right.
dropping 40, averaging like 50 in the Olympics.
And plus, we don't even have our best people. Everybody, the best players over there. Like
That's a
not everybody's playing.
that's a fact. And also, when you're smart, you know that just because these guys are the names doesn't mean that this is a good fit.
Right. Exactly.
I like, okay, you got Kevin Durant and Damian Lillard. Would I want that? Oh, maybe I would. But let's say Damian Lillard, Kevin Durant, and I'm trying to think of which is another name. Like sometimes you can put together too much of the same thing.
Hmm.
It hurts you. Like we don't have a team out there. One
That's why.
play,
That's why it was kind of a black eye, and people used to hate it what the Nets did. Because when you got Kyrie, James Harden, and KD on the same team, a lot of people didn't think it would work over. Just hate on it just because it's one basketball.
well, I didn't think it would work, but it wasn't hate. It's just until D'Antoni and until the D'Antoni James Harden combination proves me wrong, I'm gonna always bet against them two
Now, see,
together.
I'm on the other side because I see exactly what you mean, right? But I think those three dudes are so dominant at what they do. If they were healthy, nobody was going to beat them.
I get it, but still in all, they still have not won together.
Oh yeah, they have to be healthy. Like if they're not healthy, it's no conversation. That's what we're saying. Like they
Yeah,
have to be healthy.
yeah. And you have
That's just what if. This is if.
yeah, and shoot, and the way the media is set up, when you the Brooklyn Nets and you're predicted to win and you don't win, and you live in, you have that New York media and they
Hmm.
lost. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of stuff that athletes go through where I'm just like, you know what? You know, like you do have to be mentally tough. And we talk and we laughed and joke about Kyrie Irving wanting to just take a break from the NBA. Not, but he never. I don't think he said mental health. He just was like, uh, there's some other shit going on in the world, and we was
Right.
like, "Who retire and go take care of that shit?" You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But there was other incidents where Kyrie was like he wasn't like mentally there. You know, we get it, but I think he went to the well too many times. That was my situation. Um,
What do you mean went to the well too many times? Like you can't take too many mental health breaks?
his no he if there was mental health breaks, I would have
Yeah.
been cool with it. But it was that one time or the few times where he was like he don't want to play because of the George Floyd situation or something else. It's like he would rather be out there marching or go march. He didn't.
Okay. I see
Yeah,
what you're saying.
he didn't
I
necessarily
see what you're saying.
say mentally I'm not into it.
Right.
I would get it. I definitely would, especially like with all that stuff happening. And maybe he said it in his own way, and we took
Right.
it ran with it. So
I
I
think
do,
that's what it was. I think people just took it and ran with it. But I think that's what he kind of meant by it.
yeah.
Like I'm just going through too much right now. We got 82 well, what, 72 games. Yeah, they can do it without me for these 2 weeks.
But that sounds nuts, though.
It
Sounds
sounds
crazy.
nuts, but I'm saying like
Sounds nuts. Yeah,
what did we say before? We have power now. Players have power. He's
absolutely,
good enough to do that. And
absolutely.
if Kyrie Irving was on your team, say if he was with Miami, you would take it.
You'll take them 2 weeks off,
You'll take it.
7 weeks on.
Yeah, you'll take it.
You'll take it, of
You'll
course.
take it, even if it's like a contract. It's the same thing with Kawhi Leonard. Like the year that he won with Toronto. You remember how many games he missed? Like he's the
Yeah.
perfect example for load management. Like he barely played that season. He played like half the season and won a championship and left.
We're not going to talk about how the San Antonio Spurs ruined the NBA. You
Right,
know what I'm thinking about? Because Pop, the one started that load management thing, right? But it was San Antonio, so nobody cared.
right. And
Don't
plus, no, hold on though. Not only did they start load management, remember they are the ones who misdiagnosed not Kyrie, Kawhi Leonard's injury, and that's why he left in the first place.
yeah, that's a
It's not
fact.
only the load management, they was load managing and still fucking up at the same time. Like, how you
Yeah,
load manage
yeah,
your players and misdiagnose like shoulder injuries and shit like that? Like,
yeah. But that's the part that people be forgetting because nobody cared about San Antonio. Like Tim Duncan would sit out all the
exactly.
games, but nobody cared because you didn't go to see Tim Duncan. You really didn't go to see the
Right.
Spurs. You was there to either you was in San Antonio already, you a Spurs fan, or the Spurs were on the road and you were there to see your home team.
Right.
It's not
Because at
like
the end of the day, it's the Spurs, fam.
it's the
Like
Spurs.
it's the Spurs in San Antonio.
It's a
Like,
different sandwich if LeBron James sit down. I'll be pissed.
but then when he started doing it, then everybody was pissed though, because LeBron
Bro,
started doing it too.
that's what I'm saying. So Pop started it, nobody
Right.
cared. But then when LeBron and them see that, oh, that's
Right.
load management. Now the NBA is like, well, you can't do that.
They soft.
They soft. And yo, do you know how many different variations I've seen of this? Like y'all might laugh at me like when I say this, but I was watching this wrestling situation, right? And an older gentleman called the new generation soft, right?
Hmm.
Keep in mind that older generation had to be on so many drugs just to get to the ring. You get what I'm saying? Like they had to be so doped up
Right. Right. Right.
just to perform. This new generation, like I say, does not have to. They're walking better. They're talking better. You get like you know how many wrestlers done died in their 40s?
Right.
You get
More
what I'm saying?
education now, more training. All that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now I need a break. I've actually seen people step away from wrestling because they needed a break. I'm on the road 300 days out of 365.
Right.
I need a break. I can't do this all the time. No, I'm not going to inject myself and get high and shoot and snort up my nose just so I can make the 300th day and then turn around and do it all over again. I'm going to take about 3-4 months off out the year. I
Right.
need that. You get what I'm saying? And that's where we at as athletes. So Simone Biles, I get it. Olympics is coming up. You faking it till you make it. I think it was one of those, honestly. I think she
Right.
been knew she didn't want to do this.
Because she already came out and said like how much pressure it was and the world was on her shoulders before this even happened. So I think you're right. I think
Yeah,
this was something that was bubbling up. I don't think her heart was in it,
yeah.
but she's the best in
And
the world, so people expect you to do it
it just it's
and be
different,
good at it.
right? It's different when you coming up young and you shock the world, you become the best to living that life of the best. You get what I'm saying? Like that pressure. A lot of us don't want that pressure. A lot of us aren't built for that pressure. A lot of us don't
Right.
have the team around us for that pressure. When you do a million flips in the air and you mentally check out, that's life threatening. Who like you gotta finish that shit.
I could tell by all the criticism who actually has faced pressure and who hasn't. In situations like that, especially when it comes to being in athletics.
I think that's hard to. I get what you're saying, but some of the criticism is coming from athletes. So I'm saying a lot of times the older generation they couldn't understand having a choice. A lot of
Right.
the older generation will call this generation soft.
Right. They don't understand that you have a choice. Like you
Yeah,
don't have to do that.
yeah. They you don't have to do that. So no matter what sport we watching, even though football is a tough sport, the older generation tell you these guys are soft. And basketball,
Right.
no matter how
Imagine calling
good,
a football player soft, right?
yeah.
Even
Well,
in today, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, right. That's what I'm
only
saying.
they
Like
could say that. You know what I'm
only they can
saying?
say that. But there's some old heads like, man, I would get 200 yards a game. Look at this. Look at that hole. Look at this
Right.
even tackle. Like the quarterbacks. You know how the quarterbacks used to get their ass beat. You can't touch a quarterback now.
Well,
Dan
yeah,
Marino
that
probably
that might be true. Dan Marino probably could throw for like 10,000 yards in the season right now.
and I bet he's saying it too. Man,
Right,
let me out
exactly.
there. I throw.
Exactly.
That's how
Matt
Dan
Ryan up
Marino.
there cooking. Know what I'm saying?
If you
You
Dan
got
Marino, you
people
watch
cooking
this
out
shit.
there, and Dan Marino
Yeah,
couldn't win a Super Bowl.
that's a
Trent
fact.
Dilfer up there winning.
Oh my god.
Know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like,
man. Oh, if I'm Steve Young, I know that's my man's and all of that, but Steve Young be calling the games from the sidelines and shit like that.
yes,
I know for a fact they be watching this shit. Like, bro, I had to run for my life when I was a 49.
exactly.
I had to run
Right.
for my life back there and still make the plays. Busted up ankle, bloodied, all of that. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, they have it in them to look at the new players and be like, you guys are soft. Once again, only football players can say that. In the NFL, in the NBA, we see it all the time. It's hard pressed to find a legend that thinks the world of LeBron James.
Right.
All of
Why?
them swear they will bust his ass.
Exactly. All of it.
All regardless if he's faster, bigger, or like
Stronger,
or stronger.
more
All
IQ,
of that.
everything. Like he's better than you at everything.
It's like a versus, right? All you need, you can have a better career than me, but all I need is 20, right?
Right.
You telling me that if you play LeBron one-on-one as the best of 5, I can't get 5 on you? You get what I'm saying? Like they're too busy worrying about
Yeah, I understand.
they're too busy worrying about you know team achievements and all of that, right?
Mhm.
Not knowing that your general manager played a tremendous part, right? Like the Lakers, for example, Lakers versus Boston in the 80s. You
Best
know why?
best front offices in sports history.
That's what I was about to get to.
Like
That's what I was about to get to. Do you
Boston
know
had
how
like
good?
they both had like 10 Hall of Famers like between both of them
Yeah,
on the court at the same time.
every year they was going out to get help and drafting it and trading for it.
Right.
Somehow, our world champions always had the number 1 draft pick. Somehow.
I'm old, so I don't remember. You know who Len Bias is?
Yes.
He's a dude who used to battle Jordan in college, and then long story short, he became the number 1 pick in the draft, and he OD'd off cocaine before he set foot in the NBA. He was supposed to be nasty. He was supposed to be better than Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand because I'm young. I didn't do no research. How the fuck did Boston get the first pick?
Do you see?
Like in the early
Now,
'80s,
you
bitch.
see what I'm saying? You see what I'm
Like,
saying?
like he was about to go to Boston, and
Do you
then I didn't do the research. Like I don't know if anybody was hurt for Boston the year before, or if it was a trade. But I was like, how the fuck did Lynn Byers
when
about to
you
go to
watch
Boston?
when you watch when you watch the LA Boston 30 for 30, they told you Red Auerbach somehow was making trades, and they always had a high draft pick somehow, and so did the Lakers. That's why,
Right.
boom, here comes James Worthy. Boom, here comes all these other players. You know what I'm saying? Like they did draft these players, but somehow the two teams in the finals always seem to get players that the other team should have got. So technically, there was never no competition. It was a cheat code. They just don't want to tell you that. I'm saying all that to say, no matter how good the Golden State Warriors were, you can't tell Magic Johnson that they would have beat his Lakers. He will never believe that. You can't tell. We don't hear Jordan talk, but we know how Jordan feel. But
Yeah,
if you ask
Jordan ain't gonna say that. Yeah, yeah.
Jordan ain't gonna say that.
Right.
But if you ask Scottie Pippen, who will say that, none of those teams could be his Bulls.
Yeah, I mean, he'll say that because I don't know. Scotty at a different place right now. I don't know what he's going through. Like, we need to check on his mental health.
Yeah, that Bulls doc fucked him up, didn't he?
No, not the Bullseye. Even before that, with his wife and
His
Future and
wife,
all that. That was
yeah,
before the doc.
and also not to make fun of shit, Scotty did just lose a son.
And then his other son is about to get drafted or just got drafted or something.
Yeah. So Scotty is going through.
He all over the place.
Scotty is all over the place, fam. So hold your head up, Scotty. I can't relate. You get what I'm saying? So it's just all jokes though. But after that doc, we saw Scotty like, wait a minute, like Jordan, you ain't really holding it down for the team. You know what? I think LeBron is better than you. Like Scotty don't
all of a sudden.
All of a sudden,
Before he said no way, Jordan is better now. All of a sudden.
Now all of a sudden. I say all that to say the athletes of today are wild different from the athletes of yesterday. If Team USA basketball does not win gold, of course they'll be disappointed, but they'll go back to their happy lives. I don't think none of them is going to be, depressed about it. I just don't see that energy from them. I don't.
No. Because I mean, don't get me wrong, is pressure to keep winning, but it's not like dream team pressure.
It's not.
Like dream team is the first time professionals was able to do it. Like, and we won the gold every fucking year after that. So, like, if they lose, I know they don't want to lose because we're not supposed to, but it's not the same type of pressure though. Now,
bruh, they can't even win by a point. I didn't watch.
Oh no, they beat the hell out of somebody today though.
Yeah, 120 to 66.
Yeah,
but
they beat the hell out of somebody.
But I'm saying they got to win every game though in order for them to meet America's standards, and I think that's highly unfair. If a game goes down to the wire, technically in America, the men's basketball team loses. One of my favorite Olympic games of all time is that year America played Spain. Remember that game Kobe played?
Yeah, against Pau Gasol.
Pau Gasol, that
and
Spain game?
Yeah, the Gasol brothers.
Oh my God. Old game was crazy.
Right. I think that Ricky Rubio was on that team, young ass Ricky Rubio, I think.
And you know how these boys get when they go home. These boys,
because they've been playing together since they was like 2.
Hey.
It's not the same as when like us growing up. Like if you're good, play AAU and stuff like that. But like if you're overseas playing professional basketball since you was like 14, and you've been on the professional club for like 4 years before you get drafted in the NBA, you've been tasting and seeing professional basketball, and you've been playing on the country team since you was like that age. So all them dudes have been playing together for years. It's not the same with us.
Your favorite NBA players got smoked by Evan 48. What's his name? 48?
Cooking niggas like him and Rudy Gobert and Frank Nigga Keena was cooked. No, Frank Nigga Keena didn't even play. But
that's what I'm saying.
Like who did they go up against?
That's what I'm saying. Like these dudes,
they couldn't score a basket on them.
I tell you what though, them boys better hope they don't have to play whatever team Luka Doncic is on. I'm saying like,
oh yeah, because Luka he's first game 40 something.
Oh my God!
In Olympic play, that don't even make sense. That's not normal.
American basketball might be foreign to them to learn. Over here, they're home. Their rules. It's nuts out there. But the athletes out there, to the music creators out there, to the entrepreneurs out there, to the working class out there, mental health is important. Take a day off, even if it's tomorrow, even if it's right now. You didn't get your boss 24 hours. Right. Call, text, or whatever. I'm taking off. It's nothing that you can do.
I hope your mental health is like Luka Doncic right now. He got Slovenia looking good in basketball. Like he from Slovenia. Nigga, name somebody else on the team. One person. Name one single player on that team other than him, and he cooking people,
Hmm.
putting
Uh,
countries on the map, not teams. That's nuts.
all we want to see is good basketball. I don't like, fam. Just
Yeah, we
ball.
don't care who win really.
Also, shout out to every Olympian out there, because we're gonna finish this off with Simone Biles and her mental health. It takes a lot to go out there and do what you do. It takes a whole lot to represent your country. I don't care how quick your game is, whether you're swimming, whether you're a gymnast, whether you play basketball. I don't care what it is. The world's watching. The world is
People don't.
competing.
People do not realize how what it's like to be the best in the world at something.
Literally,
Anything. It could be anything.
yeah.
Like you don't just wake up the best in the world or something. Like
They
you gotta
saying
bust your ass to do it.
they say you're the world champion in your sport, like basketball, the NFL. No, the Olympics is technically
It's
your
different.
all. We're the world, like their best against our best sometimes. Because, like you said, we don't get. You're not going to get Magic Bird.
Yeah, yeah, every time. Yeah, right.
You're just not going to get.
Exactly.
And that 2008 Olympic team with LeBron, Wade, Kobe, Melo, with that team, you're not going to get that one either. You know,
Right.
we Durant, like Durant's our biggest star over there, and Damian Lillard only because he plays for Portland isn't as big as Durant,
Hmm.
the Portland factor. But other than that, man, you got Tatum who's still young. You got
Right.
so many other.
For example, for exactly your point, Shakari Richardson, right? She's the
Mhm.
one who got caught for weed and she's not going.
Yeah,
Her replacement is nasty too.
yeah,
Like she's one of the best in the world too. Like she's just might not be as fast as her, or might not have a better race as her that day. But she's one of the whoever replacing her is going to be one of the best in the world at that too.
yeah, yeah. Well,
So
like it or not, we're here. We're here. This is the mental health era. We're here, and yeah. Speaking of mental health, because this nigga, oh shit, whatever time
what?
next, whatever time we go to next can be a mental health situation. You want to
What are you talking about?
the baby or Kanye, one of them, one of these niggas.
Let's get Kanye out of the way because we talked about him already, and we
Figured
ain't really got that much news to report. Really,
I figured you say that, but honestly, this Kanye West topic was based on DJ Big J being here, but obviously he's not going to make it because I wanted to get into the head of producer. Quickly, so Kanye
I
West.
could be a little of that. What you mean?
Okay, all right.
Mike can answer a couple of your questions.
I just try to make the man feel important.
Oh, Jay. Oh, my bad. Speaking of which, Susie said that Big J in the building. Hold on, hold on.
Right on time.
Big J,
Yeah,
say something to the people, bro.
some people. Now, what's going on, man? My fucking manager, my other key holder, he was sick, so they had me finishing closing up. So that shit
Okay.
crazy.
Closing up. Y'all closed already?
No, no,
Nah.
no, no, no. I just got the closing shift since I'm the only other key holder, so I got the closing shift. Well, I stayed. It's 2 extra hours, but you know what I mean, I was supposed to be on the show tonight, 2 days in a
Are you,
row. It was supposed to be a
are
big
you
thing.
working on a? Are you working on a project? Are you studying? Because you haven't been to the barber in a minute. Is this what we doing? What are you doing? What are you up to?
What?
Wait, why am I?
Yo,
Wait a minute.
what a nigga ask
What?
you
I'm just
about
saying.
your
What a nigga ain't been to the barber in a
ask
minute.
you about your grooming practices and
He's
say,
Oh,
what are we
shit.
doing?
So we doing?
If a nigga ain't been to the barber in a minute, that means he working on something. Am I lying?
That is true.
Yeah, nah.
You look like you in album mode, nigga.
Like you album.
Speaking of which, we was going to talk about Kanye West. You look like you in
Right,
album
right
mode
on
too,
time.
like
Right
you
on
sleeping
time.
in the stadium.
Yeah, it's
So before
bad
you
out
go,
here.
we was just about to talk about Kanye West and him sleeping in a private area while finishing the Donda album. So, as a producer, I need your input on this.
You got to get in that mental space, my brother. You got to get into you when it comes to like making music, and this is what we're missing, in my opinion. With a lot of artists, is being that it's so easy to make music and release it. Nobody's getting into that mental space, or not even say nobody. A lot of people. It doesn't seem like a lot of people are getting that mental space of what they want that album to be, or what they're attempting to do. You and I had this conversation in the gym when I was saying, were we basically fooled by Kanye the whole time? Like, is he really crazy, or was this all an act? This is entertainment. You get what I'm saying? Is he playing the villain purposefully because he knows he has the power to get quote unquote canceled and come right back? Because every time he drop a shoe, everybody's still going out and copping. Every time he drop a sandal, everybody, you get what I'm saying? Does he understand? And I believe he does, the power that he has. So when you do some shit like that after coming off the gospel album, or coming off of that one album, it's just like I got to get in that mental headspace now. Like I'm going through a divorce, this, that, and the third. I need to get in that headspace. So album mode, no haircut, not being around a lot of people, flying people out to where they need to be. That's nuts. That's nuts that this nigga got. What is it? A stadium?
He's got a
Yeah,
property back there. Yeah,
I think it's crazy how Wyoming was the mental space for the last joint, right? But now
Right,
it's Atlanta, Georgia. That's
right,
weird to me. Like I think this shit
right,
about to slap, nigga. Like
right.
this shit about to be crazy. Like I
This
think
gonna be a crazy
I've been
album,
I've
bro.
been trying to tell people that. I mean, I know it's Kanye West, so I can't say that you should not care about what he thinks or what he says and stuff because obviously he has influence. He's an artist. Every artist does.
Right,
But at the end of the day, to me personally, it's about what he put out.
right,
Like all the other stuff, I can't worry about that shit. None of that other stuff affects me personally. So
right.
at the end of the day, I know it might be some stuff that people don't like that he said. Some people love the stuff that he say. At the end of the day, if them beats don't slap, I don't care.
I don't give a fuck. I
I
don't
don't
give a
care at
fuck.
all.
You
to
did all
Jay
of this shit and that shit don't slap. But
Right? That's
from
what
that,
I'm saying.
what
to
was this that
Jay's
flow?
credit. Well, I was gonna piggyback off what you said. You said maybe he was fooling us. I'm saying maybe he's had a consistent dosage of the meds. Let's not sleep on the meds. The meds might be doing their job.
It's
True,
true.
but hey, like we always say, the best artists, the artists that we consider the best or that we put on a high pedestal, drop their best work under some type of influence,
I'm
under
talking
some
That's
type
true.
of
but
I see what you're saying.
I'm talking about his mental health meds.
his
Got
mental
him.
health meds, bro.
I'm not
I
okay.
don't think
Maybe
it's that
maybe
though.
he off.
Off
Maybe
what?
he
I
off
don't
the
think that.
meds.
You don't
I
think what, Jarrell?
I think personally me, I have a theory that Kanye changed after his mom passed.
Absolutely,
So
I believe
it's
that
a reason
wholeheartedly.
why it might be full circle that this album is called her first name. So maybe we
I
might
believe that
get like the
wholeheartedly, bro.
maybe we might get the old Kanye. Like his headspace has been different since his mom passed, yo.
So wait a minute. Okay, I like that point of view because if you're gonna name this after Donda, you're gonna name it after your mom. You can't fuck around. Now
And
after
that's what
I
I'm saying.
dropped
Like
it,
it's a reason he named his album this. It's kind
now
of crazy how he named his album this. Like after going through a divorce, now all of a sudden Jay Z's back in the picture. Like it kind of makes sense. Like
so we might get bullshit after this, but you got to focus on the Donda album. You can't focus
right,
I,
on it.
right.
but I don't think we're gonna get no bullshit after this, bro.
You say the
I,
flip and switch back.
yeah, I don't think we're gonna get no bullshit after this, bro. Like you got Hove back, bro. Like
So
you
Kanye
got
is
big
back.
bro back.
Kanye is back. It's not
I
no
don't
more
think Kanye. I
Yeezy.
don't think Kanye is back. I just
Okay.
think we're just going to get a Kanye 2.0.
So
I believe
maybe
he's
not.
probably. I don't think he's still going to curse. I
Okay.
think he's still on like the gospel wave, but I don't think he's going to curse. I think he's going to find another way to express himself. But you got to get in that mental. You got to get in that mental space when it comes to being creative, when it comes to writing, when it comes to producing. When it prime example, you know how when we like what topic could come up and we'll have our little our robust dialogue going back and forth, and the first thing we say is, "I'm ready to pod.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right,
I'm ready to." We got put in this space where we ready to get these bars off.
right.
Same thing. So if you want to do it, if he's pushing back songs or he has to do like a depressing song, you gotta get in that mode, which in itself is crazy. It's just like acting. How you know what I mean? God rest his dead. He's Ledger. You get what I'm saying? He committed suicide because he couldn't escape the Joker role. Like he had to be, and he had to be that sick in the head. You get what I'm saying? Like, so imagine what Denzel had to do to break the role from Training Day.
Now, it might
I
not
get
be
what you're
as
saying.
serious as Heath Ledger role as the Joker, but I remember reading Michael B. Jordan what he had to go through to get out of that Killmonger zone.
Right.
Right.
He said he
Hmm.
really had to hate everybody. That's how he had to be. Then once it's over, you got to get out of that. Like you got to
And that
get
was in a
there.
Marvel picture.
That's what I'm saying.
Because
Like I don't want to.
Like imagine the
because what ends
real.
up happening is that some of that shit starts to make sense. Whether you were against it or not, some of that shit starts to make sense to you
That's a
I,
fact.
as
I
you're
was
going
thinking
through it.
about remember the movie Seven?
Yeah.
Like imagine what like Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt and all them went through shooting that
Wow.
movie. Kevin Spacey playing the serial killer at the end and all that shit. Like I think shit like that, not like Marvel shit, but I can
Yeah.
see what they mean though, because Killmonger was a villain, but I'm talking about like a villain like that. Like that's a different type of villain because that's a real one. Like serial killers are real. Like he ain't had no superpowers, nigga. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
he was just cutting people lips off and shit and mailing them to you.
That's
Ooh.
crazy.
You know what I'm
But I
saying?
mean,
Like
like
shit like that. That's a
it's
little
getting
different.
it's getting in that mental space, man. It's almost. I'm pretty sure I already talked about it, but like with the sports, like like Flaw, prime example, the video I put up, right? When he was like, this don't make no sense.
Right.
Don't.
Nah, it
That's
doesn't.
that ties this in. That's the question. Like everybody wants to be a rapper. Everybody wants to be a singer. Everybody wants to be in the limelight. Everybody wants the likes. They want the 1.5 million followers. But are you prepared to pay what it costs to have that? And what it costs to have that is you always have to be on now. You always have to be that person. Like I know something as small as OnlyFans. I run a page. You get what I'm saying? I know girls that run pages and they always complain like, yo, I'm normal. Like I am a normal person. You
Mm-hmm.
subscribe to my OnlyFans, yeah. You see titties, you see pussy, you see ass, you see me giving head, you see me doing all of that. But at the end of the day, it's motherfucking 7 o'clock in the morning, fam. I'm talking about Dragon Ball Z or the latest TV show I watch. I'm not talking about what I mean having my titties like you. That's it costs to be that like it costs to be that in that position. Unfortunately, we put that young girl at a highest pedestal. One because she's African American. Two, because she tore the Olympics up 4 years ago, right? If she's not mentally in that space to carry that weight that was placed on her shoulders, she has every right to. I can't do this. Like mentally, I'm not there. I'm going to hurt myself. I'm going to hurt my team. But at the end of the day, she quit. She
Now she
quit.
quit, but the reason she quit because she didn't want to hurt her team though.
Right. And you have every right to do that. But like people are saying, Tom Brady, Gronk, LeBron, Kobe, Jordan, everybody would have got dragged if they would have left in the middle of the playoffs because you know what? I'm not mentally in the game, so I'm not going to finish it.
I guess the point is, I guess people we shouldn't be dragging them.
No, you shouldn't
We
be
we
dragging them.
we shouldn't be dragging them either. We shouldn't be dragging anybody for that.
Exactly.
I
So
think.
that's my stance on it.
I think sports fans are the weirdest bunch of people to ever
Weird
exist.
as fuck.
And I've said that before. Any of this stuff was happening, and me and Jarrell touched on it to where they think sports athletes are gods. They look up to them.
They don't think of them as people at all.
Yeah, they look up to them like the what's his name, Sherman, Richard Sherman situation, right? I was on Twitter and I saw his apology, right?
Mm-hmm.
In my head, I'm like, shit, you look nuts. That's just my personal
Because
opinion.
they apologized.
No, the video. Did you see the video?
Oh, yeah, he was
Nah, what
drunk.
do you
Yes,
do?
yes, yes. I saw that. Yeah,
He was trying to break down the door. He was trying to get to his
right. He was
father-in-law.
drunk and tried to get into his in law's house. Tried
Yeah,
to break in. They didn't want to let him
video,
in. He tried to get in
video,
there for some reason.
right. Force himself in there. I'm like, ooh, shit, don't look good.
Right.
But I kept it moving after that. Then he apologized. But under the tweet, you had a fan, an alleged fan, who
Right.
says he's not a fan anymore. You're a millionaire. this is unbelievable.
You
Basically,
can't get drunk and fuck up.
you can, and
Right.
yeah, yeah. But this is under the mental health post. Remember, he apologized and said he's going to get some help,
Right.
and that's the guy attacked that. It's like, yo, you are a millionaire. You're not allowed to have mental issues.
So
That's the
so
problem.
you can actually go on public record saying that I fucked up and I'm getting help.
but you
And
still gonna get
somebody, the
dragged.
comment will be, I'm not a fan of you anymore because you fucked up. How can you?
Right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
nuts. Like that doesn't make any sense.
But that same person can have a case or four
Yeah.
Oh
of
yeah, yeah.
public intoxication,
That's how it usually be.
domestic violence.
That's
You
how
get
it
what I'm
usually
saying?
be.
So is and that brings it to the point where these motherfuckers is regular humans. Like they're human beings just like you and I. Yes, I'm a fan, and I'm glad you was able to accomplish everything you accomplished. But at the end of the day, you still are a human being. Like it's uh DJ Iron Mike was telling the story about uh Fifth Harmony, and Joe Button has touched on this. Fifth Harmony was at the New Brunswick TGI Fridays.
Okay.
Everybody talks, oh, play their songs, they're gonna love it, they're gonna like it, play their songs, they're hitting it up. Mike played one song, and he said he looked up and Shorty was in his face, like, do not play another Fifth Harmony song
Right. I can
and get
understand that.
out of this as fast as possible. He said he looked down and switched songs, looked back up, and she was gone.
I understand that.
I'm regular. Yeah, I'm at
Right.
TGI Fridays, bro.
I don't
I
need to
don't
hear
wanna
my
hear
own
my
music. Like
I understand. I understand if we're in a club, but again, that's not DJ Iron Mike
TGI
wasn't going
Friday.
to play it.
Can I have my mozzarella sticks, please?
Like
Without hearing my
Iron,
song?
Iron Mike wasn't going to play it. It was just the people on the outside, the
Yeah, I get
waitresses and
it.
them kept saying like, "Yo, play
Play
it,
it,
play it."
play it, play
It's
it,
just
play
like,
it.
nah, like y'all wouldn't ask for Fifth Harmony any other time unless they're here. So same
Right.
thing. Like if um prime example, shit, Miles Power walked in the store. What's
Hmm.
up, bro? How you doing? What got me with? You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you ain't start you ain't throw him a basketball and try to D him
Right,
up, did you?
right. Yeah.
That'd
Now
been
the
crazy.
conversation quietly, I'm talking to him about his situation,
Hmm.
but I'm not in a store like, yo, y'all know, y'all know. Let me get a picture, fam. Like,
Right.
nah, like these are human beings, bro. Like they want to be regular. I don't even at my low level of stardom. Like the shit get kind of mad annoying
That's
just being
different.
out. Nah, it's
I will,
not.
I will equate male pride to that one. I'm not running up to
No,
no man, especially if he's
no.
from. I don't think you know which energy you're using right now, Jay. I think that's pride. That's
That's
pride.
not pride, bro.
You're
That's
not
not.
running up to no man, Jay.
No. It's
Oh,
not running. It's not running up to. I'm not doing it to a female
Hold on,
neither.
hold on though, Flaw. Dudes run up on other dudes all the time. Talk about take a pic.
Nigga, somebody
Yeah,
just licked fucking Rick Ross'
no,
neck.
yeah. Like I seen, yo,
yeah.
fam. Hold on. Because I heard this on somewhere else, and I seen it not like in person, but I seen like dudes would have their girl take the pic, Nick. Like,
Yes.
like you say you and your girl at a restaurant, right? You see 50 Cent. You brought 50 Cent up. Somebody brought 50 Cent up earlier. You see 50 Cent. You give somebody the camera to take the picture of you and 50. You give her the
Like you were
camera to
coming
take the
to
picture of
America.
you. That's nuts to
Like
me.
you were coming to America.
That's
You and
nuts
your
to me,
girl
fam.
running. You,
It's not a Negro walking that I would give my wife the camera for me to take a picture of.
I'm sorry.
I took a
I
picture.
can't do it.
I took a picture with one celebrity because I was in the gym with him, and I was texting my wrestling group like, "Yo, what you call us here? Oh, it ain't real if you don't take a picture with him. If you don't send us a picture." So I was like, "All right,
No,
bro."
but see, no, I understand that though. That's normal shit.
But that's what I'm saying.
That
Other
is
than
not the
that,
same as being on a date and you see like that
I
wrestling or whoever you
yeah,
saw that day and told your girl to take the picture of you with him so you can put it on social media. That's not the same.
I get you.
No.
I'm just saying that whoever did that, I can't relate. But I just think that when we can control ourselves, it's because we know that, bro. I'm
Right.
not about to. Like, yeah, they go Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Cool. I'll tell people I saw him.
Some people will fan out though.
Yeah.
Men, women, like kids, obviously, but yeah, men and women will fan out equally. To me, I've
I
seen it
guess
happen before.
I guess he did. But what I was going to ask him was if he
Oh,
seen
Jay,
J
back.
Cole.
Hold on.
Okay, because I was going
My
to ask
fault.
him if I was going to ask if J Lo walked in T-Mobile, would you still be that cool? That's what I was getting to.
To me personally, I know you asked him. I'm the type of person who would not freak out. Oh, I'm not starstruck like that. That Jay dropped out again.
You
Like
don't want to
some
answer my
people,
question.
yeah, he going to. Hold on. I think he keep getting bounced. Jay, you heard his question?
No audio.
We can't hear you.
How do you fuck up preset settings? You was just on.
The preset settings.
Preset settings. All you got.
How do you not have audio? And how's your Wi-Fi off if you working in T-Mobile in the mall? I know your Wi-Fi work.
I know that device work. You're in T-Mobile. You are a specialist.
How about now? How about now?
There
Yeah,
you
we
go.
good. We good. We good.
What was your question? Fuck y'all. I heard everything.
Flaw asked you if J Lo came in the spot right now, would you
Yes.
fan out?
Yes.
Oh, see,
See? I
Yes.
told you.
I guess
Told
some.
you.
I guess it
Absolutely.
depends on who. Like, I guess some people just had a
Nigga,
person.
listen, if Beast Mode walk in this bitch, I'm fanning out. Now, this is a different type of fan out. You get what I'm
If
saying?
Beast Mode walking in, you fanning out?
That's my nigga. Marshawn Lynch, my nigga. But it's
Other
like
than give
it's
him, hold on though. Let me hold on. Hold on.
yeah. What you
I
mean by
got
fan out?
questions. I
Yeah,
got
what do you
questions
mean by
because
fan out?
I need the level of fan out between how these jokes gonna go. Like, do you mean like that fan out, or
Yeah,
like you
that
like
fan out.
you're my guy,
No,
you
no,
my
no, no,
nigga,
no,
oh
no,
my
no, no,
god.
no, 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 no,
Okay,
no.
okay, okay,
Nah, that fan out.
okay.
J Lo walking this bitch, I might faint. Um,
Damn, yeah, you faint. I'm cracking on
that's
you.
yeah,
Don't
that's
faint because J Lo
what?
come in,
J
friend.
Lo walking this bitch, I might
You
faint.
faint?
Not, but my thing, this is my baby. But nah, I do the dap. You get what I'm saying? I'm not doing the picture, um, unless it's in a situation where picture is like when the picture is warranted. You get what I'm saying? If I'm at a meet and greet, or if we at an event and is you know what I mean? If I'm DJing and they there and they say flick up, I'm gonna flick up if they ask for a picture. Like you want a picture? Sure. I'm not
Right.
gonna be like, hey Marshall, can I get a picture? Nah. Like it's salute. I appreciate you. Appreciate
I
everything
got
you've
you.
done.
I
You
see
know what I
that.
mean? But even I ain't gonna hold you. Like I said,
That's
even at
respect.
my
That's
low
how you do it
level, even
respectfully.
at my low level of stardom for right now, when Ant did that bullshit during the holidays,
Yeah.
I was embarrassed as fuck.
Why though?
Even though my name tag says DJ Big J,
I'm about to say
even
you're a
though
DJ.
everything says DJ Big J, like nah, bro, this nigga came by the window. Yo, Big J, that's my favorite DJ. That's DJ Big J. DJ, yo, bro,
Why are you embarrassed though?
I'm looking like yo, I ain't know who it was. That's one thing. I
Fam.
ain't know who it was, but
You
then the
can't be
customer looking.
embarrassed for public. You
Nah,
yell in a microphone for a living. What are you
but
talking
nah,
about?
even the
You wear your
customer.
face. You wear your face
On
on your
your shirt.
sweatsuit.
I
Like,
get it.
On your,
you know what I'm
on your
saying?
shirt and
That
pants.
nigga got a logo on his turntables. Like, what are you talking about? Of your face. Like,
But I'm
what are
just
you saying?
it's just weird, bro. Like it shit is weird. Like it's cool. I like it. I appreciate it. That shit was weird, I guess, because I didn't know who it was, and I was mid conversation with a customer. Because even the customer was like, "You know who that was?" I was like, "Not at all." She was like, "Well, you're very popular. You're a DJ, huh?"
You should
And
have
I'm,
said,
you know what
Shout
I
yes,
out,
mean?
I am.
shout out to Dre Day. I'm over J Lo now.
See,
I was in love with
see,
her since Living
see,
Color. I had to let her go.
Nah,
see.
Drake, there,
I
nah,
don't know
no,
about that,
bro,
bro. See, you say that now, but what if J Lo actually walked up to you though?
bitch. I
Like,
might
that's
think
what I'm saying. You can't. I understand you, be like, yeah, I'm over her. I had a crush on her when I was younger, nigga.
I'm bust.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
old J Lo look bad or something.
fucking Ben Affleck up.
Old J Lo look just as good as new J Lo.
shout out to Ben Affleck. He got that one opportunity that a lot of us, or well, I can't say me. I don't have somebody that like that, but you don't expect to
Why
get
you
that.
rub your eyebrow like
No,
that?
because I'm just saying you don't expect
I don't know if
you
I
don't
have.
you don't expect to get a second chance like that though. That right there is a blessing. Like
Here's
that's
my
not.
thing, right? Here's my thing. This is an opportunity. This is an opportunity. J Lo
So
trying to get in some more movies. I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Oh,
wait, hold on. Cause he the new Batman, nigga.
Nah, bro. It's
Like,
not
what are you
even because
talking
he's a new
about?
Batman. He's an actor, bro. Like he's an actor.
And
Like
Hold
he
on, I
write,
got the pick.
he write and produce and direct some of his own
he's an
things though.
actor, bro.
Oh,
Like
don't
And
get me
that
wrong, he's very good.
Eric Rodriguez, yeah, he owned. He I think what his name is. I call that bitch Eric.
Alex Rodriguez is the new owner of the Minnesota Timberwolves, bro. Like, I don't think
Yeah,
she's like.
he's a sport. She don't want that. She still thinks
but
she
wait
can
a
act and
minute.
I
sing
think
right
J
now.
Lo got enough. I think J Lo got enough money to. I don't know. Like they
Wait a minute.
She,
gravitate towards her
nigga,
now. Like
you
she's
see,
still
you
J
seen
Jarrell.
Lo,
that Hustler
nigga.
movie?
Hey Jarrell,
Yo,
if I'm correct, and you might remember this, A Rod and J Lo was denied one team. I don't think the Minnesota Wolves was the original purchase.
That
yeah,
was
I know. It was
Miami.
the
It was
Met.
Miami.
It was
Somebody in
the
Miami.
Mets.
It was the New York Mets.
So
Mets.
had they would have got that, I
Oh,
think.
so yeah, the Timberwolves ain't the Mets. I
Yeah,
understand that.
like you
So
got
she, oh,
Minnesota.
so wait a minute. So like, oh, I'm not moving to Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Okay,
Facts, bro. Nah, bro.
damn.
Listen,
I'm
I
like, well,
salute it. Listen, I salute
It's
it. I honestly, I don't think
how you buy a
see
basketball team
celebrities.
and your girl leave you. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Jay, but think
Hey,
about
look,
this,
who's to
fam.
say she left him? That's the
Yo, women
crazy
ain't
part.
shit, fam. That's crazy. How you buy a basketball team and your girl leave you
Who's to say she left
for
him?
the old? But she left him for the old work.
the
That's
They ain't never stopped
nasty.
because that
old
nigga the new
work.
Batman.
He wasn't even a good Batman.
Cause he's
And
They
he
got
not,
a new
I mean,
Batman.
he not even Batman no more.
He ain't even nigga was Batman for less than one Batman. He don't even have a own Batman movie,
He
fam.
have his own Batman
He
movie.
he
half
got a
a
Batman
Batman
trilogy.
ass. He a half a Batman ass nigga, and Alex Rodriguez just bought the Timberwolves, fam.
And you
Bro,
still, and you, oh man.
And he rubbing the booty in 2021. You see the pic,
it might be. It
Mm-mm.
also might. It might. Like I said, it might be the status thing, bro. It might be a
fam.
status thing.
He a half ass Batman, fam. What are you talking about?
I know, but he white.
That is true.
He white.
With a
So
beard.
while we got you here, Jay, here go another topic that's right up your alley, man. Artists getting in trouble, and this one is the baby. While performing at Rolling Loud Festival in Miami over the weekend, he asked every audience member to put your cell phone light up, apart from those who were HIV positive or were gay men who had sex in car parks. Where'd you get that shit from?
Yo,
Just make
fam. For one, that intro is nasty. Like who does that, fam? Like,
Bro, I don't know,
how you
man.
start the show like that? Take the shirt
I
off and
don't
say that
know.
shit.
I don't know. He also made false claims that HIV will make you die in 2-3 weeks. He then tweeted a few days later after some heat and after he got dropped from a few businesses. He tweeted that his comments were insensitive, adding he had no intentions of offending anyone.
Man,
How?
He was
he
caught in
for
the
one,
moment. He was caught in the moment, and that nigga shit came out.
that nigga
And
he
I don't.
needed
Tip
he
my nigga, and I don't
the
even know what
baby
Tip.
needed the PR team before this shit happened. That shit was
And I
stupid.
don't
Like
know
I don't
what the
understand.
fuck Tip was talking about. Oh, if Little Nas X could do X, Y, and Z. Nah, that's a different sandwich, bro.
The fact that he
Little
don't see the
Nas X is
difference
just promoting his gayness,
himself.
himself.
Right. No, I'm saying he's
Hey
promoting himself.
hey
What the
yo,
fuck?
wait.
How do you not understand it? That's why I don't. That's why I can't argue with these niggas, yo. How do you not know the difference, fam? Like,
Yo, what T.I. say? Well, if Lil Nas X can do,
say what
I'm
he
just
said.
before.
The
Yeah.
baby just say what he said. No, that's not the same sandwich at all. Like,
Yeah,
That's
that
not
is the thing. Like, what did Little Nas X
You
actually
just
say?
offended.
I'm gay.
Now I don't know,
That's
but
it.
he could have said,
That's it.
"If you STD free, put your cameras up."
Mm.
He could have kept it real simple. For some reason, HIV has hit him hard. Now, I don't know
I
what
don't know why he
HIV
had to mention people's disease choices anyway. Like, why does he have to mention that on stage anyway?
That's a fact. Because I mean, you can't have wild people at Rolling. Like, you can't have all those people
And rolling loud,
and
like
none of them be STD free. I'm
no,
just
fuck
sorry.
that. None of them be gay.
That too.
And if you not in the parking lot, if you a dude and you not in the parking lot sucking dick, I was just like, wait, what?
Like,
Where
why you
did that
thinking
come
about
from?
that?
Yeah, why is that on your mind?
A New York nigga
That
should have
had
yelled
to,
out, "Pause,
something,
nigga."
something had to have happened. I ain't gonna hold you, bro, because in the club we do that. That's like we do that. If you STD free, ladies, make some noise. If your pussy smell like water, ladies, make some noise. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
because
your
he said
pussy
that too. I
shaved, da, da,
understand
da,
it.
da,
Yeah,
da,
yeah, yeah.
make
I
some
get it.
noise. I don't know why. It spare the moment type thing. I don't know why AIDS was on his mind. I don't know who performed after him or performed
I
before
don't
him,
know why AIDS was on his mind.
bro. I don't. I mean, I don't
Nigga
know,
had
but
health class before the stage when he got on
Hey, you
stage.
know what? I just learned HIV will kill you. Let me go
Yeah,
on
but
the
then
page.
I
also,
just
but
learned about
also, but
syphilis today.
also, what also what happened was, you get what I'm saying. He has the right to say what he has the right to say, because even if we say, "Are you STD free?" a bunch of motherfuckers are gonna come together with STDs, and what are you trying to say?
So
What are you
here's the
trying? What's
thing.
wrong with us?
So here's the thing. If he's okay with what he said, then stand on it.
Just stand on it.
Stand
Yeah,
on it. But
Stand on
he again,
he apologized because
it. On
he's
he,
a $1 million artist. He has people depending on him. He
mhm.
got a phone call that said, "My nigga, you
some of
gonna
that
have to retract
$1
some
million
shit.
got taken away.
Some of
That's
that
what
million gonna
happened.
get taken."
No, they
But
already
is
did. The clothing line that he rep dropped him already.
yeah.
Ain't no coming back.
and I ain't gonna that.
Ain't no coming back once you get dropped like
Uh,
that.
and I know that sitting in a comfy chair with the air conditioner on, cool as a fan, it's easy for me to say, how could he not know this? But in the heat of the moment, drinks is flowing, whatever drug of choice he uses when he's on,
Nah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
hot.
That's not an excuse, man.
I'm not
No,
making excuses. I'm not making, but I'm saying for me, it's easy for me to look at
I get.
these guys.
I'm about to say because I get drunk and high every night, nigga. I don't be talking like I don't talk about. I don't talk
and
reckless
like,
like that
and
in
here's
my
the
Yo,
whole
living room,
thing.
let alone in
yo,
public. What the fuck?
hey, Jarrell, you high, you drunk, somebody knock at the door. Hey, you got HIV?
Yeah, let's talk about these gays real quick. Like, no, I don't do
And
that.
here's the thing, like
You can't come
some
in.
people are gonna be triggered. Some people are gonna be triggered. Once the masses is triggered, no matter what the play caller feels, once the masses is triggered, they feel like, we're gonna lose, or we're gonna look bad in the public because you said or did what you did. You get what I'm saying? Not to say I don't have a problem with what he said, and I do not have a problem with what he said. I wasn't offended at all. But again, I wasn't there. I don't, I'm STD free. You get what I'm saying? I don't have a coochie that smells like water.
Roland,
You don't
And
Roland,
I'm
want to talk
straight.
about me, huh? Like,
Right.
nigga said I
Roland,
don't got a coochie that smell like water, so I'm good.
Roland
But the
said we're
last,
in the Roland said we're in the Kanye era, and people get on stage and say some bullshit. So
like I said, I just said it. When we're in the club, we say the same thing. We just use a different choice of words. We don't pinpoint a STD.
I get
Like
you.
we just say, you get what I'm saying?
But
Hey, yo,
listen.
shout out syphilis on your next set, nigga, for the peoples, real quick.
You ain't got syphilis, make
But
some
we just
noise.
had
Yeah, man. Shout out syphilis real quick,
we
man.
just had this conversation about 10 minutes ago with you though, Jay, right? With Kanye West, right? He can basically say anything if his music slaps.
Hmm.
The baby's not in that position of power
Kanye, yeah,
or never be.
he's not there yet. No,
Not in our wheelhouse. Let's
Kanye
no,
say
has said some wild shit that's probably just as wild as this, honestly.
worse,
absolutely.
Or
worse.
or worse. Okay,
Yeah, he
great.
said
You know what
worse.
I'm saying?
He said
He
worse.
said worse. So when I do, so when you actually did say that, big DJ Big J, in my head, I'm like, I wish it wasn't like that. I wish he wasn't able. I wish he wasn't able to make a dope song and people
Man.
forget about how nuts he sounds.
Yeah, I know I'm fucked up, right? Because I'm thinking about what you said, right? That Kanye said worse. Didn't he say like Harriet Tubman didn't exist or some
Yes,
shit? Like,
Harriet Tubman. Yeah, Harry. He said some Harriet Tubman shit, fam. Yeah, uh,
he said
slave
Harriet Tubman
boys.
was like, like she was like a maid or something. Like she wasn't real at all. Nigga, like,
That's when he had the bulletproof vest on, right? And he
nigga
walked off.
said,
At some point,
that's when he was running for president.
As he running for president.
at
He
some
said
point,
Harriet
As
Tubman
long
wasn't
as he
even
make it,
real.
but as long as he make a dope song, we forgive him.
Yeah,
And
because that
these
shit
other
with Jay Z
artists,
that's
hard, bitch. I don't care what nobody
no, no, no.
said. That shit with
We
Jay
forget
was hard, bitch. I ain't gonna say.
we forgave the artist. We ain't forgive the personal Kanye. He's a human being. Remember,
Yeah,
he's a
that's
human being just like
exactly.
we are.
When it comes to the person, fuck him as long as he's good. I don't want no harm to him.
stop.
You know what I'm
There's no
saying?
difference. There's no difference.
It
That
has to be a
new
Yes, it
difference.
doesn't.
I don't see it. The new Kanye when he drops a song or that album, we're all going to go to it and say how great Kanye West is. Kanye West. We're not going to separate
Kanye West, the
not the
producer and artist.
president not the former future president Kanye. We're not gonna break him down like that. We're gonna say Kanye
hold on though. I like to break him down because Kanye West he already schizo. So we got Kanye, which is like before his first album dropped with Rockefeller and all that, and College Dropout, and maybe Late Registration. Kanye. But then it's Ye. That's like Graduation and 808 and Heartbreaks. But like once Yeezy came, shit hit the fan. Like that's what I'm saying. It's three of them. It's Kanye, Ye, and Yeezus.
When you talk about one dude, but when that third personality showed up,
Yeezy come in the spot and fuck shit up. I'm telling you. Yeezy say slavery wasn't a choice. Slavery was a choice.
Now, what's that
Yeezy don't think Harriet Tubman was. Huh? Say that again.
What's the movie with the dude with the 12 personalities?
Me, Myself, and Irene and some shit.
Switch.
I don't know.
Switch.
Is it Switch?
Yeah, it's a movie called Switch. Like he switched personality.
And then the last one, he's a beast or some shit like that.
Right. It's called Switch.
Okay, yeah.
Samuel
Jackson, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
but he definitely him though. But Yeezy started.
Damn.
Once Yeezy came out and like the shoes came out and Yeezus and after all that, that's when shit changed. That's what after his mom passed.
I get it. I just wish
I think we got Ye this time. I don't think we back to Kanye though. That's not happening. I think we at least backed up to Ye. Like we might get like Graduation, Watch the Thrones.
Of course, you wouldn't have
type of pocket. I'm thinking.
I don't think you would have Jay-Z available if he was Yeezus.
Yeah, he don't like Yeezy.
Yeah, he don't like Yeezus.
He don't like Yeezus.
But also, here's my whole thing when it comes to that. It only makes sense for Hov to do what Hov did. You get what I'm saying? It only makes sense. It's not only it makes sense, but they're all in a position where they literally can do whatever the fuck they want to do now.
They was always like that though.
Huh?
When weren't they like that?
What you mean?
He was always his boss.
They was always able to do what the fuck they wanted to do.
No. What I mean by because weren't they beefing?
Yeah.
So it's just like, why come back if you beefing? You get what I'm saying? But
because Kim's not there anymore.
Yeah. So that's why I think it was. May be back.
But Jay, and let's not undermine the role Beyonce played as well, because
that's what I mean by Kim. I don't even think it has anything to do with Jay-Z and Kanye at all.
Kanye got on stage and wanted to spill tea about Beyonce because Kim got robbed and they didn't go to the wedding, so he felt like he could spill tea on Beyonce. So if Beyonce, I don't fuck with him.
Right. After that, all of a sudden the invites and baby showers weren't invited and all that shit came out. Like that's what happened.
Just to be funny real quick, how many demands did Jay-Z meet for this friendship to come? Are they going to have?
I don't know what he did. I don't know what he did because even without Kim out the picture, that don't mean Beyonce was like, "Oh yeah, you can go back now." He did something.
That's what I said. Something had some agreement had somewhere, fam. I can't just let you back in my life without you agreeing.
He bought her some company.
I'll be nosy on that aspect. Something had to give for them.
You'll never know.
Cool, fam.
That's marriage shit, fam. You never gonna know that.
Probably not the marriage aspects, but if we see a picture of them and their kids together, then we know. If we see,
because if their kids is together,
yes,
there's definitely it's complete reconciliation. It's all love. Then if you see their kids together, yeah, you're right.
And Beyonce might not even be there, but if we see Jay,
right,
and the kids at the park with Ye and his kids at the park, then we know that was one of the demands.
Okay, so you always talk about like moments in hip hop.
Yes.
Where would that rank if that picture came out? Now you was talking about like Jay-Z and Nas on stage, or that's why you laugh. That's what I'm saying. Like, moments in hip hop, that shit got to be like top 5, right? After everything that's happened. If you know the backstory.
Honestly, for me,
if you know the backstory. If you don't know the backstory, then it probably won't mean anything. But if you know the backstory between them two,
not going for us hip hop. It's not going to be as big as Nas and Jay. Performance.
I disagree with that. Know why?
Why?
Because them two now is way bigger than Nas and Jay-Z then.
Not to the hip hop community, probably to the world. I'm talking about hip hop.
Well,
Nas,
yeah, well,
Nas and Jay's beef is a hip hop only beef, not a pop
yeah,
beef.
that's true.
Like, so to hip hop,
True.
Nas and Jay, as still to this day, are 1A and 1B.
But I don't
Kanye,
think. But see, I think that's the problem. They're so big now that before that was not Nas and Jay was a hip hop problem, right?
Mhm.
Jay-Z and Kanye cannot be a hip hop problem. Like they're too big now
but the
for that.
question you asked me was for hip hop.
Well, I guess I should say
Take hip hop out,
in general.
then
Because
it's
they're bigger than hip hop now. Before they like the two people that were talking about weren't bigger than hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's
they
the
were just the top of hip hop, but Kanye and Jay-Z are bigger than hip hop now.
if that's the point, then I'm agreeing with you. I was only saying for hip hop. Hip hop, Jay Z versus Nas meant something spectacular. We called it before they even fought. You get what I'm saying? Like we called it before they even dissed each
That's
other
true.
publicly. That was always a thing, and they was never going to deny it. You get what I'm saying? Like no, Jay Z and Nas is going to beef eventually. Now they got to. They have to. They did it. It was the biggest thing ever. And when they got on stage together, to me, it was the biggest thing. If I see Jay Z though, and this goes back to my conversation I had with y'all a few episodes ago. If I see Jay Z with his kids and Kanye with his kids, it'll show growth on Jay Z's part. I wouldn't look at it as something huge for like the world. I would look at it as growth because I stand by what I say is that Jay Z probably was the best friend he could have been in his mind to Kanye. So for me to do more,
Hold on though. Is it really growth if the reason that of the falling out was because of their wives in the first place? Because that just means he got permission to do this shit. That don't mean growth, nigga.
I don't think Jay Z would have did it if
like he has permission to go forward with this relationship. That's what I'm saying. From Beyonce.
But
so that don't really show growth. That's just doing what your wife telling you to do.
But I'm saying I think
Which
Jay-Z
is fine. I'm just saying.
I think Jay-Z would have done none of that, even if Beyonce had a say or was in the picture. Like Jay-Z and Kanye could have been two single fathers with kids. Jay-Z probably still wouldn't have done it because I don't think that's his personality. I'm just assuming. I'm guessing. I think because Kanye West put it out there that that's what he wanted. Now it gives Jay-Z something to think about. Because I look at, like I say, I look at Tata. I look at Bleak, right? Yeah. You've never seen, like Jay might stand next to him, but besides a few bars, that's all you know. Kanye seemed to want more than what his actual friends get. Like, yo, we're brothers.
He wrote Big Brother.
He wrote Big Brother. I want public acknowledgement, physical. I want hugs. I want everybody to see. Like, I just want to be brothers with you because
I got to bring a joke into you. How you think Bleak felt about Big Brother? I know Bleak was like, "Get the fuck out of here." I can hear his voice now. I can hear him. Man, get the fuck. I can hear his voice now.
Tata and all of them. Like, you know, it's like there's people close to Jay-Z that, like I said, you'll hear a verse. Like, you only know Tata because he around a little bit. You might hear a verse. You got to put that shit together. If you don't pay attention, you won't know who Tata is.
Yeah, you wouldn't even know what he looked like unless you know what he looks like.
I think Tata got famous over the R. Kelly stabbing or some shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's when the shit
pepper
really
spray.
like, yeah, okay.
Not stab, pepper spray.
Okay, my bad, pepper spray. One of them shits.
Yeah, crazy how I know exactly what story you was talking about. Though,
right. So I'm just saying, I know for a fact that I've been in that situation where you're giving somebody the best you can give them, and then that person look at you and say, "You ain't loving me, or you ain't doing for me the way I think you should." You go, "Huh? I'm giving you all I got."
Man to man relationship, that's a little weird though. Like what you're talking about, like it seemed like between like relationship, like significant other type stuff.
Either way, because they could.
But for like two friends, I never seen that personally between two friends. Like you're not giving me too much love between two men. Platonically, you know what I'm saying? Like, isn't
that what Kanye actually said though?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I never seen that before. I'm not saying that you're wrong. Yeah. I'm just saying like it's I don't want to say it's weird because I don't want to be that guy, but I just never experienced that or heard anybody else say that. Like, yo, you're not being a good friend to me.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Like
that's off to me. Like it's weird.
His argument is, we don't hang out no more. You didn't call to check up on me, like things that,
and to put it in a song, like.
Yeah, well,
or I'll say it on stage or something.
Say it on stage, yeah.
Instead of doing like I guess you can't say it in person because he wasn't taking my call. So I guess I gotta say it on stage for you to get the message.
Send a text message.
No, but if you're not answering,
And I'm gonna text it to you. You're gonna read it. You're gonna read.
so you better like you read it. You see, you know how I felt. It's over. That's how a
Yeah,
normal dude would say. Just like you said, I agree with you. Kanye, that's what I'm saying. It's weird because Kanye did that and said, now fuck that. I'm going to say it on stage so everybody can hear it. Like, how did he think that was going to go? Like, that's not a natural. You thought Jay-Z was going, damn, my bad, dog. Like come back because of that.
well, he's here.
Instead of like, what the fuck is this? Get rid of this nigga. Like, I don't never want to see you again. This is weird.
Which is why I don't understand the new whole verse. I don't understand them getting back together. I don't understand unless Jay-Z gave in to most of the demands. Like Jay-Z,
Demands. What's demands? What you mean?
our kids got to play house together.
Oh. I
My
got you.
next girlfriend,
Wait, hold on. He got to have a friendship stipulation? Like,
facts. When I get my new girlfriend, we got to go to
yo,
yeah.
you wild, fam. Nah, fam.
He ain't
Can't
gonna
do
say
that.
it, bro.
Nah.
He wanted Kim Beyonce to hang out. That was one of the things.
I think at this point, since Jay is the one who's coming back, I think he is the one who's setting the terms. I think it's the other way around. I think Jay like, well, okay, I give you this verse. They don't know if, he said something about Watch the Throne might be back or whatever. But there's no telling he said that. He might have just threw that in there. But I give you the verse. That's just the olive branch. That starts the conversation. But I think it's still going to be, we'll chill on my time. That's what I think.
I disagree.
If I'm Jay-Z. I don't think it's the other way around. Because I don't mean to cut you off. Because if it is the other way around, if they have to chill and do stuff on Kanye's time, there would not be any time. like not be any time. But Jay-Z's not going to do that. Like, I don't see him doing that to anybody or for anybody.
Then
Anybody.
unless Jay-Z's just rapping for the heck of it, because one of the lines he said I do recall was, Donda, you see me chilling. He said something about he got you. He said, I got your baby boy. You can't write some shit like that just to be
true.
like.
That's true. That's a good point.
That's why I'm saying, Jay, if you're going to be committed, that sounds like I'm committed to you, Kanye.
But that would have to mean Kanye would have to have a commitment too, though. That's what I'm saying. Like,
But you and I know that the commitment would work on Jay-Z's behalf, not the guy who. Not Kanye. Just not. It can't work. It can't.
He's too sporadic. Like, I see what you're saying. I see
So-
what you're saying. Nigga might wake up and not want to do nothing no more, and
he might wake
without
up.
explanation
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah, I get you.
Might wake up and have an idea and want Jay to be a part of it and talk a million miles out. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
Jay don't sell the type to, like, there's reasons why he was distancing himself from Kanye. Same way from Dame. Like, you know what? I move a little different. I move a little quieter. You seen you saw that movie that he was in with Kevin Hart, right? Paper Soldiers.
Yeah.
That was the movie, I think, right? Or was it State Property? One of the movies that Jay was in.
Oh, State Property.
And they was talking to him, trying to get a hit, and he was like,
Right. When he was chilling in the car.
That might be really him. Like, can you imagine?
No, I think that is him.
Your best friend just talking to him, Jay. I got this idea, Jay, and we go.
Don't get me wrong. I've never met him personally, but from the stuff that I've heard, I've known people that have met him and stuff like. That's how he is for real. Like, he's quiet, he's calculated, and he like that for real.
Hey, remember,
especially if he don't know you.
Before we get up out of here, that just made me think of that video of Nas and Khaled, and Nas and Nas was like, "Oh man, that verse is cold."
Right. Did you see Jay-Z's reaction?
He like,
yeah.
Like, what do you want me to say?
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right. You know what I mean? I'm in San Tropez right now. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm cool. He wasn't even there, my nigga. Like, they had to get that nigga on the FaceTime.
You got Nas telling you, man, that verse had to rewrite mine. You would think that would be something. You get it? That's like M calling Jay, like, damn, I just had to rewrite my verse.
Jay-Z's the type of person he's like, all right, that's cool.
That's cool.
It's good you did that. It's good that you did that.
That's good energy.
Maybe you should. Yeah, it's good energy. Maybe you should have. Maybe you should have. Or if that's how you felt.
Oh
Like,
man,
if that's
oh,
how you
you
felt, I understand.
Episode 123. It's hot in this bitch.
Yo,
But-
word, I'm hot too. It's like my AC not working. I think just
Yeah,
because
it's
we
like
potted.
something
I'm underneath.
wrong.
You know what it is? You got good lights and shit. You got the new computer and stuff like
man.
that. I see you shining, boy. I see you shining. Nigga, that's what it is. These
Yes,
lights
sir.
is hot over here. Know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Now, I mean, we got to get our mental health ready for us to perform. Know what I'm saying? We are like the Simone Biles of this pod game shit. Know what I'm saying? Look, it was just the two of us. I don't know if people don't notice just because we speak so well to each other and have a good rapport. It was good that Jay came though. Ant wasn't here. We ain't really have no damn rundown, fam. Like we only had you wrote like 2-3 things down when we might talk about. I was like, all right, we was late. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. Hour and a half.
Once you start the talking, just start building. But episode 123, we out. Episode 124, we will be live Sunday. Tune in. But right now, we got to play these records. So we about to be out on the live.
Peace.
I already know what I